Today is Tuesday, September 24th, and this is another update on my progress beating the S&P 500 along with Bill Ackman's Pershing Square holdings. I do make these videos every Tuesday and Sunday, so if you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Since my last update, I closed entirely out of my position in Palantir. I sold it for a 27.39% gain. If we check out the chart, this gold line is going to represent the all-time high. Where it closed today, it puts the price right where the 5-day moving average is, and I don't think it's going to have quite enough momentum to get past its all-time highs without the share price coming down a little bit. It jumped over 14% in one day in the beginning of September, and then from where it closed at today, it's gained over an additional 6.5%, so I'm totally happy selling it for a 27.39% gain. I'm certainly going to keep my eye on it still, and if it drops all the way down to the support level, I'm definitely going to buy into it again. From where we are right now, that would be just below a 12% drop. On the flip side, it would only need a 5.71% gain to reach its all-time highs, but given the recent gains that it's had, I think it's more likely to reach that support level down below before it reaches the all-time highs. This is what the SPY chart looks like right now. Everything's pretty much exactly the same. The price is above the 5-day and the 15. Last Thursday, when the S&P 500 closed at its all-time high, the following day, Friday, the market only declined a little bit. The market saw small gains on Monday along with today, and during that time, the 5-day moving average never touched the S&P 500 price. So I do think, at least over the next few weeks, this rally does continue. I do think that the market's going to have a tough time getting above this trend line. Over the next 2 weeks, it would need just above a 2% gain to reach it. It is possible to reach it or at least come close, but once it does, I definitely don't see it going above it, and it's going to ultimately come back down. For my year-end S&P target, which I said a few months ago, on the low end would be a 3.3% gain by the end of the year, or it would need a 5% gain to reach the high end of that. I'm still sticking by it, and I do think that the S&P 500 is going to finish out the year somewhere in that range. This is the first page of all my current positions, which is showing 13 out of 15. Right now, my top 5 holdings are General Electric, Costco, Apple, Amazon, and Nvidia, which those make up 33.6% of my portfolio. Everything's still doing very well. Nvidia's had a good couple of days, along with Spotify, PayPal, and Shopify. C3 AI and Google are pretty much in the same exact spot as they were the last update. I'm going to hold out for another week or so, but if the market continues its rally and these two positions stay at the same spot, then I'm probably going to end up selling both of them. I found that if stocks don't do well when there's a market rally, then they're definitely not going to do well when the market declines. But again, that's going to be about another week or so away before I make that decision. And this is the final page showing my remaining 2 positions. Right now, I have 82.87% of my portfolio invested, which means I have 17.13% sitting in cash. The money that I gained from selling Palantir, I haven't put to use yet. I do think I'm going to spread that out between 2 or 3 positions, but I do still want to have around 12 to 13% of my portfolio in cash. Since Monday, my portfolio saw a gain of 0.95%. The S&P 500 had a gain of 0.55%, and Pershing Square remained unchanged, which brings us year to date. My portfolio has a gain of 22.41%. The S&P 500 is at a gain of 20.88, and Pershing Square on the year has a gain of 9.64. That's all I got for today. I do make these videos every Tuesday and Sunday, so if you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on Sunday.